My reaction to RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 13. We're very close to the end of Volume 5 now. Last time on RWBY, things really heated up with Hazel and also with Raven, the plot twist at the end. So, first, Cinder, Raven, and Vernal headed to the Spring Vault where Vernal was going to open the vault so that Cinder could go and take the relic. Meanwhile, Hazel found out that Osmond is that Oscar's body and changed completely. He got mad, took off his outer coat, and then he grabbed some dust and put them into his arms and made them stronger. And then he started punching with electricity and all that. And he just wanted to kill Osmond. So until now, Hazel has been like, nobody needs to die. And he was helping out Oscar last time. But when he found out about Osmond, he changed completely. Like, the beast inside finally came out and Osmond had to feel it. And now he just wants to kill Osmond over and over again. Because he knows Osmond keeps reincarnating. So he just wants to keep doing it as many times as he can. So eventually Osmond took over and fought Hazel himself. And the same like he did to Cinder in Volume 3 came back. Meanwhile, John and Nora went to Weiss, and I think John finally found his semblance. It seems to be some kind of healing power, and Weiss seems to be stabilizing now. Meanwhile, Yang and Ruby still had their hands full fighting Emerald and Mercury, and Ruby finally said she was angry, but it didn't show anything else after that. And at the very end, Cinder attacked Vernal and tried to take the Spring Maiden's power for herself. She froze Raven so she couldn't move, and as Cinder was taking away Vernal's power, Raven began to thaw herself out somehow. Eventually, I think Cinder killed Vernal but couldn't find the power in her. That's because a thawed out Raven showed up and we found out the plot twist. That I was slightly spoiled on. Vernal isn't the Spring Maiden, Raven is. So now we find out that Raven was the Spring Maiden all along. So now the question is, what happened to the actual Spring Maiden? Or rather, the previous Spring Maiden. Did Raven kill her and somehow made the power transfer to her instead? I think that's what happened. And then last time, and there's still no progress on the White Fang setting charges to Haven Tower. That's going to come to play very soon. Well, only 2 more episodes left, so it has to. And Blake and the others better show up soon. They better show up now and fight off the White Fang, or else Haven Tower is going to get destroyed. Maybe that's going to happen now, but I think I'm just mainly interested in Raven being the Spring Maiden. So let's see how that turns out now on RWBY. This is RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 13, Downfall. The episode is starting right now. Hopeless and desperate, all kinds of birds, things looking bleak. How do you go between the two? Well, Austin. God send me. Lionheart. Adam. So are they going to show up now or what? Vernal. You got the wrong person, Cinder. It was her the whole time. We'll never be. That one's gone. Hazel, Ren, Blake, Ilya. Is that okay? That's still happening. I don't think that's gonna happen soon, unless she comes back. John seems to be bringing her back though. Okay. Oh. Come on, Ruby. What the?
What are you gonna do now?
Ruby, come on. She learned hand. Oh, that. Oh, that was cool. That was nice,
Whatever it
Ruby.
takes to shut you up. You
Nice,
guys
Ruby.
doing okay?
I think so. She's coming too.
Yes, good.
I just wish this would go faster.
How about you don't complain and just be thankful you unlocked your semblance when you did?
My semblance.
Yep.
How else do you think you're healing her, dummy?
John, your semblance.
No. I don't think I'm healing her.
Oh, and then?
Nora heals her bodies. It feels more like I'm using my aura to amplify hers.
Wait,
Oh,
aren't you worried about running out?
Pierre once told me I've got a lot of it. I still believe her.
okay. Okay, so you just amplifying her aura. Okay, good. Okay, good. It's fine now. She's fine. Run! Right, I've got Hazel.
Go!
No, Nora, go help. Nora can do it. Nora can defeat Hazel. Lightning. Nice.
What's happening?
You took a heavy hit. You need to stay with me while the others fight.
That's annoying.
Wise.
Good to have you back, Weiss.
Oh, Crow. And Osmond can't fight the both of them.
Behind the face of a child. The muscle acting must be stopped.
No. Ah,
How many more children must die?
wait.
You?
Wait. Oh! Oh! Nice. No.
His semblance. He can block out pain. It's how he's able to handle injecting so much dust into his body.
Oh, he can block out pain. Oh. He can block out
I
pain.
need him to hurt.
Then.
Just need him to go down.
Oh! Nora? Well done, Nora. Well done, Nora.
What's going on in there?
Well done.
None of your concern.
Hazel's size voice. Whoa. Whoa. Where is it now? Fire? Is that fire or more electricity? Then? Crow's also down. Yeah, he's getting tired. Ruby now.
Stay focused. Our friends are almost done here.
Adam.
Adam!
Oh, Blake, yes!
Blake?
Who is that?
Stand down!
Wait.
Adam.
To think that I went through so much trouble to find you, only to have you deliver yourself to me.
This isn't what's right for the Faunus. Stop what you're doing and we can end this peacefully.
You're wrong, Blake. And you can't stop us.
No, I can't. Not by myself.
Well
That's why
done.
he didn't come alone.
Son! And the faunus too. Oh gosh. They're all here.
Who's there?
Gira.
Brothers and sisters.
That guy too.
Mata? Please, stop this.
That's fine. They're taking back the white fang.
Make no mistake, brothers. These are our enemies, and we will not let them ruin.
What's that? Who is that? Mr. Council? Mr. No. Oh, Mr. Police. Ah, yes.
Huh?
The Mr. Police are here.
What's
Why?
happening?
Not sure. How are you feeling?
Better. Much better.
Ah, there we go.
Keep it up.
How? How did you do this?
Adam, it's over.
Stop it, Adam. Adam, this is it for you. You're
It's
done.
over for all of us.
Hey, wait!
What? What happened?
What are you doing? Trying to get us all killed?
I am making humanity pay for what they've done!
We sent someone
Adam.
over to confirm your explosives. And once we did, she disarmed them.
Ilya? Yes! Ilya. Ah, nice.
What do we do?
This is your business,
Good.
not mine.
Hazel's left you.
Fix it.
I told you, Adam. It's over.
No, you can't take them all on. Is she gonna slam him down? Haha.
Kill them!
Son. And Delia. No! In 3, 2, 1. Hazel. Oh! Weiss? Weiss? Oh! Oh, the Lancer! The Queen Lancer. Oh, Blake.
Yang?
There. Oh, she detached the arm. Why is it fight now? Come on, Blake. Ah, they're finally back.
Renat was a decoy the whole time. The last spring maiden must have trusted you a great deal before she died. I bet that was a mistake.
Oh! Just like with Adam.
Remember to watch your back.
What? Oh yes! No, okay, good, okay, good. So she's not dead. Maybe. Oh! The mask is gone. What are you doing, Raven? Oh. Raven. That's a few cinder.
Thank you, Renat.
Is she gonna make it or not? Oh, but she's gone. Now what are you going to do? So he's finding down with he's finding down with Cinder. The spring. Raven? Do you want it now? You don't do it, aren't you? It's opening. That was an awesome fight. Yeah. Oh. No, it's opening. They're inside the house. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Is this a vault? This place is huge. Portal or something. There it is. The relic of knowledge. Yang. One armed. What? No! I had to buffer a lot, stop a lot. Unfortunately. That sword, yeah, sword. I'm not too upset about the cliffhangers anymore because they've been happening so often. Why did my internet have to be so slow today? I had to pause so much. It's gonna take a pain when I'm trying to edit this out. I'm gonna try and make it seem as seamless as I can, but I paused a lot during this. I had to. But that was it for this awesome episode. So I want to talk about that awesome fight first, but I don't know if I want to leave out the others, or I don't know if I want to do it afterwards. But that fight was awesome. If that's what all the build-up was paying up to, then it was worth it. That fight was awesome. The Raven vs. Cinder fight. That fight was so good. The first time we saw Raven fight, and it was awesome. I love that. I'll talk about it a bit later. So first, back over there, since Hazel was fighting using electric dust, Nora used her semblance to allow Hazel to charge herself up. Then she pushed Hazel down, and then Nora, being Nora, smacked the giant man with her hammer outside of the building. I was like, oh yes, good Nora. Because Hazel has been a big man with the powerhouse, and then he met an even bigger powerhouse in the form of Nora Valkyrie, who gave her a nice smack in the chest out of the building. Okay, so also we learned Hazel's semblance. He's able to block out pain from his body. Because normally the dust inside him is supposed to cause a lot of pain in his body and should be too much for him to handle. But his semblance blocks it out and allows him to handle that increase in power. That's how he's able to do all this. And that's why when he put 2 more inside him, which was fire, nothing else happened to him. But then we never saw the fight continue after that. And then the White Fang, at the end, Blake and the other fauners finally showed up to stop them, and Ilya disarmed the bombs. Adam tried to go after Blake, but Blake stopped him, and now Blake seems to have nowhere to go. Blake's mom went and called the Mitchell police, and now it seems like this is it for Adam. He's good, but he can't take on that many at once. Not him and his soldiers, at least. Because they had to fight the group from Menagerie, and they had to fight the Mitchell police as well. There's no way Adam is skilled enough to take on that many people at once. Even if he has White Fang soldiers with him. Unless he suddenly has a backup plan where a huge amount of soldiers show up to stop them, I see no way for him to get out of this one. So I think this may be it for him. And it may also be it for Cinder as well. So John's semblance isn't necessarily healing, he's using his aura to amplify Vice's aura. So we know the aura allows the body to naturally heal themselves and protect them from fatal wounds. So he amplified Vice's aura, that in turn amplified her healing ability also. That allowed her to come back from that wound. And that also meant John would eventually run out of aura. But like Peter said, John has a lot of aura. So John finally unlocked his semblance. He can give his aura to other people and amplify their aura in the process. He amplified Vice's aura, and that amplified her self-healing in the process. So that's what it is. It's not necessarily healing, it's aura amplification. That's a cool semblance. That means he can help pretty much anybody. He can make pretty much anybody stronger. He's like a universal support for any fighter. That's an awesome semblance to have. Peter would be so proud of that semblance. If John was able to use that semblance on her polarity power would be so powerful. Imagine if he was Nora when he smacked Hazel. I wonder how far Hazel would have gone then. Nora smacked him out of the building. He's such a huge man, powered up in this, and Nora just sent him so far away. Well, I guess she managed to smack Yang to the stratosphere during the food fight, but okay. So that's it for them, and then also Ruby finally got a headbutt into Mercury. Going back to the training scene she had with Osborn when Osborn did that to her. He now did the same thing to Mercury as well. And as Yang was going to the elevator, Mercury grabbed her arm and Yang just detached the arm and headed for the elevator. And finally, after all that was done, we had the climax. Raven versus Cinder. Spring Maiden versus Fall Maiden. Manal was the decoy the whole time. So we didn't completely learn what happened to the previous Spring Maiden, but Cinder thinks Raven must have trusted her a great deal, and then something happened to her after that. And we found out that her left arm is actually made of Grim, and that also means her aura can't protect it. And the left arm of her is actually a weak spot that Raven can exploit. But unfortunately for Cinder, she needs that arm to steal Raven's power. She was so hungry for power that she was willing to turn herself into a monster, Cinder. So they fought with sword. They kept fighting, and then the maiden power slowly came to play as the fight went on. And yeah, the thing heated up. Eventually, the maiden power caused the cave to collapse. The pillars started falling down, and they had to jump on top of them to fight also. That was awesome. And I noticed at the beginning when Raven sent out her sword, she shot it out and then caught the sword, similar to Adam. I've been noticing it for a while now that they have the same weapons. Well, kind of, because in the Black trailer when Adam shot out the sword, it hit the thing, and then he went to catch it again. So is there a connection between Raven and Adam, or is it just a coincidence? Because they both have a mask that look like Grim, but I know the other White Fang members also have that, and they both have similar kinds of weapons too. So maybe there could be something going on. I'm not sure. Or just yeah. So that fight happened, and Verna was actually just barely alive. She attacked Cinder from behind, and that gave Raven the opportunity to finish off Cinder herself. And then she froze Cinder as she fell down. So that may also be it for Cinder as well. The power-hungry monster is finally gone. She was an interesting villain to have around, but I think this is finally it for her. And at the end, Raven went to open up the vault, and then Yang finally showed up. I'm not sure what those two are going to do. I still don't think Yang can take on Raven. Her aura is still probably down after fighting Cinder, but she's still far more experienced in combat than Yang is. So I don't know if they're going to fight at all. And we finally saw the chamber holding the relic, the vault. It was like a huge space. It was like a portal to another place, pretty much. And at the end, we finally saw the relic of knowledge. So I guess next episode they have to wrap up the Hazel stuff. They're going to capture the White Fang, and then Yang and Raven are going to do something. So I guess we'll find out next time how the volume is going to end. So let's see how it turns out then. My reaction is now done.